Good morning. Senator Suraj Singh speaking of Bharat, India regarding COVID-19 status in India. Bharat, back to you every day as usual, just the kind of informative submission to people of this country. This file which is available in View. As usual, it is updated one for yesterday, that was 10th of December 2020, and today it is 11th December, report day. It's unfortunate, rather than improving testing status, it has dropped again. I don't know reason behind that. You see, first I'll give you status of today. That's 11th December 2020, and since March it is 286 days over. 130 crore population, and up till now 15.16 crore people have undergone COVID-19 testing. 15.16 crore people, you can see a little more than that, which is indicative of 11.664% of 130 crore population, and remaining population is 88.336, which did not undergo any COVID-19 test. In result of which, you can see yesterday, in continuation of testing since March, 8.72497 lakhs or 8,72,497 individuals were tested, which is much lower than expected and even in comparison to last day testing. After that, till now, you can say 97,96,769, or you may say around 98 lakhs people have been declared positive of COVID-19 till yesterday, inclusive of yesterday. And exclusively for yesterday, it was 29,398 individuals that were declared COVID-19 positive, and 142,186, or you can say 1,42,186 deaths have been declared so far. This is statistics that is given by government of this country. This is very serious matter here, because it was 9.22 lakhs one day before, and 10.22 lakhs further one day before, and 10.26 further then. So it was 8.01 on you can say that is 8 point, this was on 7th of this month, while on 11th it is again 8.72. So there's a drop here, you can see here, 0.61 and 0.58, there's a drop. There was 0.75 here, 0.75, then it came down to 0.54, then it came down to 0.69, then 0.68 and 0.61. And now it's 0.58, it's unfortunate. No explanation has been given by anyone. And still 11.25, which was yesterday, 11.24 has risen to this, and 114.84 crore people have not undergone any kind of test, and expected cases announced itself by projection is 36.52 crores in our country. And graphics you can see here, same graph just extended for yesterday, is a drop down here. And now I go to statistics regarding states. State-wise data, Bharat, India, COVID-19 status reported on 11th December for day 10th of December. We'll go through these statistics one by one and see how it is moving. It's not very time consuming, just it will take a couple of minutes to talk on this. It is state or union territory. This is total number of cases, the active cases, discharge and deaths, and the active ratio and discharge ratio and death ratio. This is given by government. I go through Maharashtra, which is 18.68172 lakhs, Karnataka 8.97801 lakhs. These are cases have been reported so far, that is positive cases. Andhra Pradesh 8.73995 lakhs, Tamil Nadu 7.95240 lakhs, Kerala 6.54041 lakhs, Delhi 6.01150 lakhs, Uttar Pradesh 5.61161 lakhs, West Bengal 5.13752 lakhs, Odisha 3.22642 lakhs, Rajasthan 2.8721 lakhs, Telangana 2.76516 lakhs, Chhattisgarh 2.52638 lakhs, Haryana 2.49329 lakhs, Bihar 2.40572 lakhs, Gujarat 2.240181 lakhs, Madhya Pradesh 2.19893 lakhs, Assam 2.14305 lakhs, Punjab 1.58556 lakhs, Jammu Kashmir 11473 lakhs, Jharkhand 1.11003 lakhs, and Uttarakhand 80486, Goa 4913, Himachal Pradesh 47703, Puducherry 37363, Tripura 3299, Manipur 26685, Chandigarh 1841, Arunachal Pradesh 1647, Meghalaya 1258, Nagaland 1160, Ladakh 907, Sikkim 523, Andaman Nicobar 47, Mizoram 400, and Dadra 3, and Lakshadweep 0. Active ratio, discharge number of percentages, and death ratio. These three are there, and active ratio is 4.42 percentage average, and discharge is 91.6 percentages, and 1.19 is death. So in this and in this both are critical cases. You can say active plus death ratio we add up is 5.61 percentage, and 1.19% is that is you can take it exclusively ratio out of you can say out of these people, this you may say out of those tested, and that is about 11.664 out of 11.664, 1.19% people have been declared dead. So we are just counting deaths here based on 1.19 percentages out of 11 point something. So we will take it for about 2 years since they have start. I will say population hazard, conduct more tests. These are all recommendations. Conduct rapid tests like this, but here I'm not going to consider this. I'm just taking 1.19. If you take 1.19, keep average whole population, that's 130 crore, and take amount of this, you will get amount of deaths that are expected 1.155 crores, because 1.19% deaths means if the whole population is tested, you will get 1.55 crores, because it is percentage 1.19. It could raise, it could come down. Now if you take a coefficient of 25% for a quarter of a year, that becomes 1.49, and in that case coefficient goes to 1.94 crores, while another 3 months you can say coefficient added 25%, 1.86, and that goes to 2.42 crores. And also at 10 months, though it's around 10 months now we are going to complete since March, it's 2.33 percentages, which gives you quarter, which is a quantity amount of people who have who could be by now 3.02 crores. Like that, as time moves on, you have to take another one, which is 3.78 crores, and then so forth and crores, and then finally like this it goes to 9 point something. This is a statistic based on calculation, based on extrapolation and interpolation, which we have got to put off. This means those people may not be knowing themselves what is happening, but they would be prone to something like that in future, coming time. We have to keep that in mind. That's very important one, because tests are not going on, and I cannot pinpoint someone who is responsible for that. And this is graph of these deaths. You can see this is 1 to 9 and 0 to 10. Here we can say this is a graph of this one. This graph gives you something where 1.19 is 1.55, so it is down. 1.49 is 1.94. This down like this. It's moving here. So we can say it's very critical projection if you take into your consideration. Critical or supercritical, you may say Future is telling you something in projection. Now, what do we understand by that? I can't answer. You have to answer. Whole population has to answer because this is projection based on actual reports. Real report may be different. A question arises about whole population, why is not tested, what happens to whole population. There will be action or there will be no action. There are many question marks on that. Only government can answer and public can raise this question. Now, what are targets or milestones? There is nothing given on these reports. And therefore, there is no meaning on commenting on that, only speculation can be made. Control scores, where because there is no milestone, so we cannot say control schedule or recovery schedule we can prepare. We cannot prepare any recovery schedule because this indication is not available. Now let's go back to main report. Let's go back to this. This is, let's say, in column 1, the serial number of day, report day, remark, population indicative only, percentage daily tests in relation to population, how many tests we are conducting in regard to population, that is given here. It's very, very small. Test total tests conducted or update, that is number of that is given by a government. Percentage total tests done or population, that we are working out here, we worked out. Percentage remaining population we worked out. Daily tests conducted, that's given by government, we take from there. Percentage test of total tests, percentage of daily tests or total tests here. Infection update is given by government. Percentage of positive infection total tests done, that's here. And daily positive given by government, number of daily positive and daily positive over tested, number tested, percentage of that. And then that's update and daily deaths. This is what is given. Now we say, as I discussed before here we can say this is today report and yesterday's one. Based on yesterday's what happened and 130 crore and this is percentage 0.067, you can see those who tested. Total test done for 15 crore 16 lakhs, 15 crore 16 lakhs 32,223, that's figure here, and 11.664% tested only, and this major number is still standing without test. And there can be done nothing, no speculation can be made because no indication is available what plan government shall adopt. And total COVID positive individuals have gone to a level of 97 crore 96 lakh 769 inclusive of yesterday, and then you can say 29,398 were declared positive yesterday on December 11th, 2020. 29,398, this has been dropped one just to show how best we are working, and when tests are not done, it's proportional to that. So simple answer it is. We have dropped tests, so this is dropping. Of course, it is dropping, and we can say means 3.8. This is total number of deaths. So 142,186, 1,42,186. This is of that one. So this is just what government gives, and we think on that. But there is nothing else on top of this except that we think 114.836 crore people do not know about themselves what is their future as far as COVID is concerned. Now it says again 1125 days are required. Yesterday's increase of 1 day, and there is nothing you can say. It's still expectation is 36.52 crore people are impacted upon, and it will take another you can say 3 months if you take that resources are not. There's no indication of resource increase, so we can't say anything on this. It's only for purpose of information that the government is not serious about this. I can't straight away comment because no progress is made on testing, and the progress, I think they have taken it for granted. Government has taken it for granted that people shall take care of themselves. That's called self-reliance. You go and test yourself, you're so interested, and you're positive, you handle yourself, you treat yourself, spend everything on that, and if you're not tested, you're declared negative, then you can enjoy, but if you're not tested, you do not know whether or not you are negative or you are positive. That's a drawback in this without test. If you test, you can know it, you can understand it. It's unnecessary you get symptoms of COVID, because maybe you are strong, you may be having strong immunity. Even then, COVID can be your guest. COVID can be within you, and that's where we are concerned about. And again, I'm saying situation continues that conversion of present state into corona nuclear fission would happen in future because current state does not change, it has not changed. I don't know reason behind that, to be very frank. This is a very serious matter, but beyond control of people. It is people and government that have to take actions, but action is not being taken. That is really unfortunate. If you take percentage of drop in yesterday cases, if you compare to last day, you can say this is a plus. This is 90 last before that, and minus this is equal to this. You can say, where's that? I'm sorry. Yes, it's there. And if this difference has come in. If I divided by this, so you can say multiplied by 100. You may say there is a drop of 6% cases. There is a drop of 6% cases in these 2 days, which is considerable one. And if you take from this one, you can say 84, I-84. If I put it I-84, I'll get an answer of 12%, There's a 12%. Hold on, this is, just a minute, this is 6% here. This I took 82, okay. This is 6% here. This, if I say here, is 6%, I-86 minus this 87, or 180 I-87, and we get this. If I say here, this one, I may say 79 minus 87. So I may say I-79. Here I put 79 here, and I get this answer. The 27%, you can say straight away. I again explain this. I-79. This is I-79. 11,698, and this is I-87. I am just taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, 7, 8 days gap, or 9 days gap. This was I-79 here, 11,698, and on this day we are talking of, it's 870 to 497. So difference between these two, if divided by this one, so we got difference in percentages, and it is coming 27%. So in these 8 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. In these 6, 7 days, you're finding a drop of 27%, which is a big one. Big one, you can say. What, how, and why it happens, you ask government and let them answer why have they been sleeping in regard to COVID-19 controls. It's a very simple question we have to ask everybody. We have to take care of this question, but unfortunately we are not taking care of this. Coming back to same one. Now, there's no meaning in reiterating same thing again and again when it is clear that 9 crores and 36.5 crores are direct impact. The report itself says that 9 crore is impacted upon, according to this report, which could be up to 37 or more crores in coming many quarters. All right, so you can say, what I mean to say, solution is same as I said before. It's here before you. You can view this solution. We have to compare number of years and resources multiplication or augmentation. Augmentation means how to upgrade resources or up to additional quantify them. Means whatever you have, maybe you have X amount there, you make it 3x or 4x or 2 or 6x. Whatever value of X you given, multiply that factor with that factor, you will find augmentation or multiplication of resources. So whatever we have in field, we have to decide our milestone by what time we want to take care of people's testing, and that could be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, or whatever number of months, up to 36 months. It's up to you. 36 months or 3.08 years, 36 months itself, so 36 or 37 months. Do you want to prolong this kind of testing of COVID-19, or you want to shorten this? If you want to shorten this, how much shortening you can do it? It may be, if I keep it at 3 months level, you have to multiply available resources by 12, but it's not happening because there is already, in last week, 27% drop in testing. Very, very serious matter, very serious issue. And if I say I want to take 6 months rather than 3 months, so you can then use this, and you can say, okay, it is 6, so and you need only 83 days for this whole work. So that's what it says. And it says, no, I want 9 months, so you can say 4 times you have to add resources, and for 12 months you have to do 3 times. So it depends on how you move on this. That's very important point. So we keep just 3 months, so it's not going to happen, it's not going to work, but for statistical purpose, analytical calculations, we have to consider into our calculations each and every aspect of our prospective projection. That's very much improved, and that's very much, if we improve our calculation, we can check calculation from many inputs, from many considerations, and that's where analytical work is required. It depends upon actually what outcome do we want, how it should reach, what's best way, that we have to see. And that's where we have our figure has stuck to 11 percentages and 88 percentages, and here we are stuck as 1125. This has been for many weeks, and it doesn't change here, and this also is nearby facts. So we can say that it is very critical stage at this moment, and what shall happen in future, in coming many quarters, nobody can say. God help, nothing happens, but statistics is telling something. If this severity of COVID-19 continues, it shall answer us, it shall tell us what we should do. There is no politics in this. This is a public health issue, and public health is very important issue for public and for nation, because we people of this country are responsible for keeping ourselves safe and healthy, for a good environment. That's the duty of each and every one, and this COVID-19 is integral part of your mathematics in form of coordinate geometry, or you may say something else, trigonometry. This is very important point. If you think you can manage without that, the government can manage without that, but they want to manage just by passing words, giving lip service. Lip service shall not solve this problem. Actions are required for solution, because already 27% drop is there, which is not acceptable for equivalent drop in coming weeks. Okay, it was 1%, 0.5%, there is no problem, or they might increase, but it's decreased. Really it is decreased. Why it is decreased? What is behind that? What's point of contact? How you enjoy life? How you go back? All these we have to consider. Otherwise, all fake statements we make, all we give just speculation. I am not interested in speculation. I am interested in logical talk, logical conduct of study which is being done. This statistical sheets give you many inputs. It says here that if you see comments, government is sleeping every day, I say, and there is no doubt in that. It's indeed they are sleeping. They are sleeping from mental application. They are not anxious. They are not aggressive in testing. They are silent, and they are acting as passive passengers. Testing is concerned. Inefficient people of our country, and they are really inefficient because they don't care for what's happening. I'm finding marriages are ongoing, everything is ongoing, they are enjoying everything, people are taking sweets and all that, which are all sources of infection, but they are doing that. Nobody can help them, nobody can advise them, because there's no one to take advice. And government is drastically failed. It's failed now as far as COVID-19 is concerned. There is no interest in testing whole population. This is direct, you can say, revealing from this report. There's no change, there's no rapidity in its acceleration. There's nothing you can say. It's moving with just unknown speed. No one, it seems, it looks as if no one is there to take responsibility. What's this going on is just going on. People might have read newspaper or something and then forget it what's that, and same thing government is concerned. So that's all I can say. Means we have to be very careful when we talk of this, and really speaking on facts, I can say it's very, very much surprising that we are a society of lazy people in this country. We are really unfortunate to have such environment in this country that we are not very serious about COVID-19, while other countries do have better management organization than we have. You can take example of England, example of USA, example of Europe, example whatever. They are doing both researches and they are doing applications, but we are not doing anything. We think if they publish that we have least number of positive cases this day and that day, all nonsense, stupid news. They just write news without any analysis. They do not give any analysis, don't conduct anything, just say, oh, it's down now, since May it's down now, since this is down now. They don't know these journalists, reporters and editors. They are unaware of what actually happens. It may be because of they don't know calculations, or there's no one to tell them. And calculation is very important, because calculation is an integrated part of analysis, and it gives you what actually you desire or what you plan for. This is what calculations work for. And it's very, very important and significant that we should care for this. It's still a long way. People say long way to go. Yes, it's very long way to go. Only 11.664% people and 88.36. So again I say a ratio of 11 and 88 still remains for consideration. This means 11 works and 88 number does not work here. We are just working 11% or 11.7% to an extent. Seriousness is concerned, and we are not serious to an extent. 88% is concerned. We are just dancing and romantically on 11%. Whatever success they got success for testing, but other people who maybe have 50% controls of testing and people are serious. I think in that case you can say that, yes, it takes time for going to the end. Well, my purpose is not thorough analysis, because that's not only way. We have to just catch this point. We have to just catch this point, 11.66% and 11.25 days required for testing. If this speed continues, which is not happening, speed is dropping every day. Increase may be very, very limited. If you see this 27% down, it's a serious matter, really serious matter. It tells that people might not be serious, but government is not serious at all. This is really, you have to think, you have to understand what I'm talking of. And if you think I'm talking of to some sense, then you can write on Facebook your comments. You can do whatever you want. It's very important. It's not in my personal interest or your personal interest. It's a national issue. It's an issue that everybody has a right to speak. And we are speaking that way, this way, in national interests. Otherwise, we will not have written. So what I say, my purpose of talk is just to apprise you with what report comes in, and that work I have for today accomplished, and just also explain my view, express my view regarding this data. My view is very common, no one in the view. Very well, I would not go to that extent. I would simply say COVID-19 is not light in our country. People have started thinking there's nothing in COVID-19 or corona. This is very serious matter. They don't understand. You talk to people, they say, oh, there's nothing, it's nothing, corona is nothing, farmers are saying nothing, workers are saying nothing. Saying is very easy, you can say anything, but corona will not listen to you. Remember, once you are guest to corona or you are patient of COVID-19, trouble you have to face, there will be no one to support you. Remember, keep in mind, only those who have affluency of economics, affluency of finances, for them it may not be a problem because those people can join big hospitals, five-star hospitals for their treatment, but ordinary common citizen cannot afford that. Those who don't have food money to eat comfortably, how you can expect them to spend for testing so many rupees and then for eating us. So what should I say? I'll be back next time again with the same kind of description. And I was little actually shocked to see today this 27% drop in 7 days. And its average itself is saying that 10.2 lakhs tests have been conducted since starting of tests. Means it was better before, 1 month ago, 2 months ago, and again it dropped. Whatever could be reason, I do not know. Only those people who deal with in our family, they can explain to you and they can apprise you of that. So with this, I like to close this talk for today, and we'll be back again tomorrow. If you think this is useful, you should share it to others and you should tell others. You can write your comments, say it's bad or good, or what improvements should be conducted on this, should be incorporated on this. I expect that from those who are interested in health, safety and environment. This is a very serious issue of health, common health or community health or national health, and of course it is very, very important. You cannot say, you cannot. Well, dear friends, thank you very much for this talk, and I close it now with the assurance that I'll get some input from you guys, and I'll be back tomorrow or whatever circumstances tell me. Thank you very much. Jai Bharat, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Savidhan, Jai Satyamev Jayate, Vande Mataram. All come into these blessings, this enchanting, and I think you will like it. Nation must be cared for, people must be cared for, and those who do not do, they work against nation. That's what